Good morning, class, or afternoon, whatever time you're watching this video. Let's solve a equation by graphing. Y equals 1 half x minus 4 and 5x minus 2y equals 20. First, let's take this top equation here and let's figure out the x-intercept and y-intercept. So over here on the right side of my screen on the notepad, we've got y equals negative 1 half x minus 4. But I don't like working with this fraction, so let's multiply the entire thing by 2. And we're going to wind up with 2y equals negative 1x minus 8. So that's the equation we're going to work with. To find our x-intercept, let's get x on the same side of the equation as the y. So we're going to add a positive 1x on this side and plus 1x. And that is going to leave us with 1x plus 2y equals negative 8. So if we set y to 0, it's going to cancel that out. So we're going to have 1x equals negative 8. X is equal to negative 8. Perfect. So on our graph here, if y is equal to 0, let's go ahead and plot this. If y is equal to 0, x is going to be equal to negative 8. That's where we'll put our first dot, our first plot. Now, let's solve for our y-axis, our y-intercept, I'm sorry. 1x plus 2y equals negative 8. If we set x to 0, we'll get rid of this. 2y is going to be equal to negative 8. So back over on our graph, if x is 0, let's divide both sides of this by 2, divided by 2. Y is going to be equal to negative 4. Y is going to be equal to negative 4 here. So here's our first line, the x-intercept at negative 8 and the y-intercept at negative 4. Let's get rid of that note. And let's make a new note because we are going to solve this next equation here. 5x minus 2y equals 20. The x-intercept is going to be, if we make the y 0, get rid of that, we'll have 5x equals 20. Divide both sides by 5. X equals 4. So our x-intercept on this one, if y equals 0, x is going to equal 4. Let's put a plot for a new line here. And now let's find our y-intercept. 5x minus 2y equals 20. Set x to 0, we'll get rid of that. We have negative 2y equals 20. Okay, divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, y equals negative 10. So if we set on our, if x is 0, y is going to be equal to negative 10. We'll put that plot right there. So it looks like we've got two lines here. Let's make sure we're correct. 4 and negative 10. We've got negative 8 and negative 4. Let's see if this is right. I hope it is. We got it correct. Yay. So now what we can do is we can find the solution to this equation by looking at where these two lines intersect. On the x-axis, they intersect at 2, and on the y-axis, they intersect at negative 5. So the solution should be 2 comma negative 5. If we take those x and y and plug it into our original equation over here, let's substitute the y for negative 5. Negative 5 equals 1/2 x would be 2 minus 4. So negative 1/2 of 2 equals negative 1 minus 4 is equal to negative 5. So this one checks out. Let's try it on our other equation here. 5 times 2 equals, sorry, clear that, typo. Oh no, what happened to my sticky? Well, let's put it back up there. Five times 2 minus 2 times negative 5 equals 20. So 5 times 2 is 10 minus negative 2 times negative 5 equals positive 10. 10 plus 10 equals 20. So that is correct on both solutions. So our solution set is going to be in parentheses 2 comma negative 5. Let's see if that's correct. We got it correct. Fantastic. Got very lucky here because I've done this a bunch of times and have not got it right. Guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope this helps you guys to solve these equations.